Welcome to Cooking with Katerina. You know, there's certain times of the year when you really start craving foods that are totally out of season, like potato salad and grilled chicken and apple crisp. It's those types of foods that bring back memories. Well, today I'm going to show you my recipe for making apple crisp. So, if you haven't subscribed to my cooking channel, please, at the end of this video, subscribe and like and share with your family and friends, and hit the bell icon so you'll receive notification whenever another video comes out. I'd really appreciate it. So let's get started. Hey everyone, I just want to mention that below the video in the description, we have some affiliate links that if you purchase something, we do get a small commission. Now that doesn't change your cost, but we want to be totally transparent. Thank you. I'm going to give you the ingredients you're going to need to make this delicious dessert, apple crisp. It will remind you of the fall. Anyhow, what you're going to need is about 11 cups of apples that you want to peel, core, and slice thin. You'll need 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of margarine or butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then you're going to need 3 cups of oatmeal. I use the quick oats, 2 tablespoons of flour, a cup of brown sugar, 6 tablespoons of butter or margarine, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. You're also going to need a 9x13 deep dish to put all of the ingredients in. And we're going to do it in 2 steps. You're also going to need a piece of foil because we're going to initially cover this for a 1/2 hour, then uncover it and cook it for a 1/2 hour more, or sometimes 40 minutes. That will depend on what kind of apples you use. Now, sometimes I use a variety of apples, but the ones that I would stay away from for this dessert would be red delicious or yellow delicious. You want more of a cooking apple or a combination of apples, and I kind of like them on the tart side. So I put my oven on 350, and when we come back, we're going to mix the first part of this apple crisp. Okay, the first part of this, we're going to put in the brown sugar, the cinnamon, and the lemon juice. And we're going to mix that up. And then we're going to put it into our 9x13 baking dish, because we want all this brown sugar and cinnamon to be evenly distributed in the apples. And then what I'm going to do is place 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm using butter, but you can use margarine, in with the apples after I get it placed in the baking dish. So I think we're pretty good there. And I'll just put my apples in here. And spread them around. I got one there that wanted to get away, but we'll get that one. So after you've spread that evenly, take the 2 tablespoons of butter and just kind of push them down into the apples. So when that's baking, is going to give it a really good taste. And we'll be right back to do the second part. For the next part, we're going to put our topping together. Now, if you haven't taken off your rings at this point, you better take them off, because we're going to use our hands to get in there and mix all the ingredients for the topping. So I already put my oatmeal quick oats I use into a bowl. We're going to add the flour, and I'm just going to give it a little mix with my hands. Then we're going to put in the brown sugar and break that up. Incorporate it into the oatmeal and the cinnamon. Now, after you've incorporated all of those ingredients, you're going to add your softened butter to the oatmeal. And we'll just kind of put that in there like that. As you can see, I cut it up too. It makes it easier to work with. And you're just going to get your hands in there, and you're just going to mix in the butter in with your other ingredients. And I'm going to continue mixing this until I have it at the texture that I want it. And we'll be back to put it on top of the apples. I've incorporated all of the butter. Again, you can use margarine or butter. I'm using butter, and you can see what it looks like. Now, if you hold it in your hand and squeeze it, you can see it holds together, and that's exactly what you want. So I'm going to take this now and cover the entire casserole dish. Then we're going to cover it with foil, stick it in the oven for a half an hour with the foil on top. We just dump the rest there and evenly distribute it. And after half an hour, you're going to take the foil off and let it cook for about another half hour to 40 minutes, depending on what kind of apples you have. And how I tell if the middle is done is I'll take a fork and I'll put it in the middle. If it goes down really easy, then all the apples are cooked and you're good to go, and get it out of the oven. I cooked the apple crisp for an hour and 10 minutes and it was done. Then I let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes and it was ready to serve, nice and warm. So now, maybe some ice cream on top of this. Let's get that ice cream out. And now it's time to taste test. This is delicious. And the house smells amazing. As I said before, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get the latest videos that come out. And if you would please like and share with your family and friends, we'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Have a blessed day and keep on cooking.